Guys, what's going on? So I have this beautiful Supreme King deck profile that I've been working for quite some time, and I believe now is the best time to release it, and that's because we finally have the ban list, and I believe it's a really good time to play this deck. And I'm gonna show you my own version, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Before we begin, I want to apologize for not dropping a video. I've been quite busy as well, and on top of that, like I said, I was waiting for the ban list to drop, so then I can release this deck profile for you guys. So let me show you my version of the Supreme King, guys. Alright, so this is it. This is my Supreme King deck here, and we're gonna go with the cards one by one. So we're gonna start with the staple cards first, and the staple cards we're gonna play one Yugioh Blackbird, two Maxis, triple Ash, one Flawless, one Nibiru. We're gonna play the Symphony engine here, and the main reason is because they work pretty well with the Magician engine as well, and they can also provide a powerful board by summoning the smaller scale monsters such as Harmonizing Magician to go for the combos. So you can make Baron de Fleur, so you can make your Bolo Savage as well. Our main objective is to go for Baron de Fleur, Bolo Savage, have Promethean Princess in the graveyard, and also if you have the ability to summon beasts as Amritara, you will be able to grab the Mannadium Reframing from your deck, so you can protect your field from cards like Dark Ruler, anything that can board break your end board. So yes, this is why this Symphonic engine is here to provide extend the play for the Magician engine. Alright, so let's continue with the Magician engine. We're gonna have triple Wisdom Eyes Magician, triple copies of the Performapal Joker, one Harmonizing Magician, one copy, one Double Iris Magician. From the Supreme King engine, we're gonna play a Supreme King Dragon Darkworm. So we're gonna play three engines here. We have the Symphonic engine, the Magician engine, and we also have the Supreme King engine as well. So two copies of the Supreme King Dragon Lightwurm, the second boss of the deck, and he is also one of our main searcher. Triple copies of the Astrograph Sorcerer is a must. When you pop a Pendulum monster on the field, you will be able to grab the second and third copy by keep popping your own Pendulum monsters. You should be able to special summon the Astrograph Sorcerer multiple times, so you can keep searching your second and third copy of the Pendulum monsters that you pop on the field, which is really cool. And this guy is at 3, he was limited to 1. I'm glad that Konami is giving Pendulum a really good buff here. I'm glad that this happened. So yes, we have the Astrograph Sorcerer 3. Yes, triple copies is a must. Two copies of the Supreme King Gate 0. Trust me, you do need two copies, and that's because you're going to pop the Supreme King to place it on the field. That will also trigger the Astrograph Sorcerer, so you can keep searching, and on top of that, continue with the engines and also creating the end board that you want to create at the end of the turn. You have the one you want to have at the end of the turn. And now we have the boss of the deck. We have the Supreme King Gate Magician, triple copies of him. He is really good. He's a searcher, and he's also a special summoner to have powerful boss monsters on the field. You can grab your magicians, and also you can grab your Supreme King cards, spells and traps with the Supreme King Gate Magician. He is our boss here. of the deck, of the main deck, and Astrograph Sorcerer is the second one. From the spells, 1 Foolish Burial, triple Dark Ruler, 1 star Pendulum Graph. This card is really important and you only need 1 copy. You should be able to grab it with Iris Magician when he's popped on the field. You can place this card on the field and continue searching with it. And you can only search once per turn. So once you use the effect, you can pop it with the effect of Electromite, so you can continue the engines and create, and so you can have a really good end board on the field. 2 Call by the Graves, 1 Crossout Designator, board breakers, triple copies of Evenly Match, 1 Imperm, and 1 Mannadium Reframing. For the extra deck, 1 Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, 1 Supreme King Dragon Clearwind Dragon here. This guy is really good. If this card is Synchro Summon, you can destroy all face-up monsters on the field your opponent controls. This is a Synchro level 8 that you can go for after your opponent pushes through your defenses or board breaks you. So if you want to board break your opponent in the 3rd turn, you can go with this guy and you can clear all the monsters he has on the field, if it's possible to do so. We have 1 Bolo Savage, Omni Negate, Bisa Amritara. With him, you go for him, you can grab the Mannadium Reframing with him. And as long as you have a Synchro monster on the field, you should be able to activate this card and negate. This is pretty much, this trap card is an Omni Negate pretty much. 1 Baron de Fleur, 1 Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. With him, you should be able to summon Vortex Dragon after you link or Synchro Summon. After you link summon. My bad. 1 Odd Eyes Rebellion. This guy is good, and he's also here, so you can dump into the graveyard with Supreme King, so you can special summon him and continue the engines. 1 Electromite, 1 Masquerina, 1 Pit Knight earlier. His name is really weird, but is a really good card. As long as you're pointing to a monster on the field, you should be able to negate a monster on the field's effect as a quick effect, which is really good. And also he reduces the monster's attack to 0. That's crazy. It's really good. During the end phase, if this card is destroyed by battle or because it was destroyed by a card effect, you can special summon it to the field. That's another plus right there. Normally I will go with this guy and Promethean Princess, have a Promethean Princess in the graveyard, and this guy will be able to come back to the field after you blow him up with Promethean Princess, and you can have a monster's effect on the field. This guy is really important here. 1 SP Little Knights, 1 Exceed the Pendulum, Promethean Princess, Apollosa, and finally Access Code Talker. So you can finish up your opponent at the end of the 3rd or 4th turn. Alright guys, I have some pretty cool tutorials that I want to show you guys. This is the Supreme King deck profile here. And yep, this is my version. So let's move on into the tutorials and then the gameplays. I have some cool gameplays that I want to show you. Some of them are quick and some of them are good and a little bit long. And yep, let's move on guys. Alright guys, now that we are in the tutorial zone, I'm gonna show you the first tutorial, and we're going to have a really cool end board here with this tutorial. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to test our opponent's hand in case they have Ash or anything like that. You want them to Ash you right away. But let's say, so this is why we're gonna summon Performapal Scoreboard Joker first, so we can test the waters, right? But let's say your opponent doesn't have any interruption anyways, you still want to go first and summon our Joker. We're going to activate its effect so we can add, let's see, we're gonna add our Wisdom Magician. Alright, once we do that, the next thing we want to do is we're going to activate the Symphonic Warrior. And if you have an extra card that you don't need, like for example Dark Ruler, you can activate the effect so you can discard the Dark Ruler, and you're going to summon the Symphonic Warrior guitar, the tuner. And when he summons on the field, you will be able to add back the Symphonic Warrior guitar to the hand, which is really cool. Now what we want to do next is we want to activate the Wisdom Magician, and we also want to activate the Gate Magician. Now because we have a Magician with the Gate on the field, we can activate the effect of Magician, the Wisdom Magician. So you activate this first, and then you go for the Double Iris Magician, and he's a scale A, as you can see right here. Now the effect of Astrograph Saucer will activate, and we're gonna have a safe field here with Nibiru. So once you summon, you are in your third summon here. 1, 2, 3. So we gotta worry about Nibiru. So before our opponent Nibiru's, we're going to go for Baron de Fleur so we can protect the field from Nibiru. And Baron de Fleur, you're gonna place them in the middle column right here. Boom. Now we can safely keep playing the game, the turn, because we have Nibiru on the field protecting the field. Now the next thing we want to do next is we want to activate the effect. Let's see. What we want to do next is we're going to, let me see. We want to Pendulum Summon. Let's Pendulum Summon here. Yes, let's go and Pendulum Summon here. Now that we Pendulum Summon, we want to activate, we want to summon Electromites. And we're gonna use both the Water Guitar and the Wisdom Magician. Once we do that, we want to place a Supreme King. I mean, it doesn't matter, to be honest, what you place. Let's place the Supreme Dragon, because we can use them for a later use in the following turn. So next, what we want to do is we want to pop the Wisdom Magician. And once we do that, we want to add to our hand our Sorcerer. And the Magician's effect of Double Iris will activate. We're going to chain for the Sorcerer here. Be careful you don't activate the effect of the Fleur here. And he's gonna grant us the Star Pendulum to our hand, and we can get to draw a card as well. So the next thing we want to do here is we want to activate it, and then we want to make a Promethean Princess, and we're gonna use the Astrograph Sorcerer again. Once we summon her, we will be able to activate her effect to summon back the Heavy Metal Force Electromite. We're going to use this effect so we can pop the Promethean Princess. And then we're gonna add this Astrograph Saucer again. We're going to normal summon him. We're going to special summon him. And once we do that, we can make here a Apollousa with Electromites, with Wisdom Magician, and this guy here as well. Beautiful. The effect of the Star Pendulum will activate, and it will grant us another Magician that we can go for here. Now we can activate the effect of let's see, yeah, we need to activate the effect of the second Magician in our Pendulum column here, so we can put the 0 in it. And now we can activate the second effect with the one we have in hand. We're gonna send a Ravilian Dragon to special summon it. And once we do that, we can add the Supreme King so we can have a follow-up for the next turn to Pendulum Summon. So we have a scale 8 and we also have a 0 on the field for our following turn. Now what we want to do next is we can go with the Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon, but no, what we want to do next is we want to have Promethean Princess to pop a monster on the field, right? Yes, we could go and make a what's the name of the dragon? It's right here. We can make an Odd Eyes to have another a monster Omni Negate, but no, we want to have more monsters on the field. We want to keep our Apollousa and Baron de Fleur. Now, if you use the effect of Baron de Fleur to negate a Nibiru, then you can use the Baron de Fleur along with the Absolute Dragon, so you can have an Omni Negate with the, what's the name? I keep forgetting the name of it. He's right here. You can summon the Vortex Dragon to have an Omni Negate, and on top of that you will have Ash. But if we don't go interrupted, what you want to do is you want to make a picnic earlier, pick night earlier. It's a weird name. So you're gonna make him, and you're going to summon him right here in the middle. As long as this guy is pointing at a monster on the field, you will have a monster negate with him. So this is one of the boards that you can make, and you can make a lot of boards. You can make a lot of different boards with this deck. It's a really powerful deck, guys. So we have here a bunch of monster negates. We have a Baron de Fleur to pop to negate to have an Omni Negate. We have Ash, and we also have Promethean Princess for more interruptions in the graveyard as well. Because this guy is fired, you can pop him, and he also has another effect that he can return back from the graveyard after being destroyed by battle or card effect, which is really cool. Alright guys, now we're gonna go for combo number 2, and let's start it. Let's start here. So the first thing we want to activate is the Star Pendulum Graph. Once we do that, we want to add, let's see, we want to activate the Doubles Magician. Once we do that, we're going to activate the Wisdom Magician, activate the effect to pop it. We're going to add a Supreme King Gates. We're gonna place them here on the field. Now both the effect of Astrograph and the effect of the Pendulum Graph will activate. With him, we're gonna add a second copy of the Wisdom Magician, and with the Pendulum Graph, we're going to add a Harmonizing Magician. Now, what we want to do next, we want to summon our Wisdom Magician to the field. And once we do that, we're going to make a Heavy Metal Force Electromites. And once he's summoned, we're going to place on the field a Warrior Guitar. Now we're going to activate the effect of Heavy Metal Force to pop the, let's see, we're going to pop, yeah, we don't need the Pendulum Graph anymore, so we're gonna pop the Pendulum Graph so we can add the Saucer. And he's gonna give us another Wisdom Magician to the hand. Now we are in the Nibiru zone here, but let's say our opponent doesn't have Nibiru. What we want to do next is we're going to activate Promethean Princess. We're going for Promethean Princess here. We're going to summon her so we can summon the Electromite. Activate the effect to pop her. We're gonna add the Astrograph Saucer back to our hand. We're going to summon him. Now what we want to do is we want to make a Exceed the Pendulum. She will give me back to the hand the Astrograph Saucer. And now we're going to use the effect of the Supreme Gates so we can place the 0. The Sorcerer will activate, and the effect as well of Exceed the Pendulum will kick in as well. And we're going to summon to our field a Wisdom Magician and the Astrograph as well. We're going to add to our hand a Supreme King. Now at this point our opponent most definitely will Nibiru, and they have to, but let's say they don't, because they still want us to Pendulum Summon so then he can use the Nibiru to board break us, but we're not gonna let that happen. Here's the thing. Here what we're going to do is you can either go for right away, like right here, if you want. You can make a Poloza and keep the field safe, and then you can Pendulum Summon. But we're gonna continue. Let's say your opponent doesn't have Nibiru. We're going to summon here our Wisdom Magician, our Supreme King, so we can add to the hand our Supreme King 0 Dragon. Now what we want to do next is we want to make a Poloza for sure. You can use the 3 materials, and that way you can keep the field safe. Now what we want to do here is we're going to summon her. She's 1600, so that's 2 monster negates right there. And now the field is protected by from Nibiru. So what we want to do next is we want to Pendulum Summon next. We're going to grab the 0 King Gates and the guitar as well. And we're going to summon here our Harmonizing Magician. the guitar's effect will kick in, and we're going to grab our 0 to our hand for a follow-up next turn. So we have a Pendulum follow-up for next turn. We have the level 8 and the 0 right here. So now what we want to do next, we want to make here, we can either go for Baron de Fleur, we can go for the Absolute Dragon. So what we want to do next is we want to make a Baron de Fleur here first. Always make sure to grab the saucer, because that way once you do that, you should be able to bring him back on the following turn. So we want to go here for Baron de Fleur. And next, what you want to do is you want to make an Absolute Dragon. And after that, once you do, you want to go for this guy right here, for Picnic earlier, whatever his name is. But he's really good. He can have a monster negate on the field. And on top of that, you have Promethean Princess that you can use him to pop him to blow a monster on the field. So we're gonna summon him here. Oh, I made a mistake. Yeah, make sure he's always pointing at a monster on the field. So what we want to do is summon the Vortex Dragon. We're gonna summon him here. The small mistake that I made was not making him, he has to be here, in always pointing at a monster. But let's say I did summon him in the middle column, or yeah, right here in the middle column, because that way he will be pointing at Apollousa, and he will have the ability to negate a monster on the field. So look at this beautiful board, guys. You have a follow-up for next turn. You have an Apollousa for 2 monster negates. You have 2 Omni negates on the field, and you also have the Pit Knight that I forgot to summon him in the middle. I was about to, but I completely forgot about his effect of the pointers. Make sure you summon him where you can point monsters. That way his effect will be able to be useful on your opponent's turn. He can negate a monster on the field as long as he points to a monster on the field with the link pointers, as you can see here. My bad, I made a small mistake here, guys. But this is a really beautiful board. Only board breakers can defeat this board. Dark Ruler, yeah, cards like Dark Ruler, and what's the other guy? Card Gordon Slice as well can defeat this board. Board breakers such as Lava Golem can defeat this board as well. You know, Kaiju type monsters will be able to defeat this board right here, guys. Alright, guys, so these are the 2 tutorials that I wanted to show you, and let's move on into the gameplays, guys. Alright, guys, now that we are in the replay zone, I have some cool gameplays here that I was able to record with this deck, playing this deck. And also some of them are quick, some of them are long enough to keep you entertained if you reach the video at this point, if you stick along this long watching the video. So we're gonna begin with the going first, and then we're gonna move on into the going second, and so on until we reach the best one out of all the replays that I have. So we're going to start first here, going against a really cool Mitsurugi deck. Mitsurugi are now full power here in MasterDuel, and they just been released in the pack as well. So if you guys enjoy this, if you guys like to copy this one here, go ahead. It looks powerful and interesting too. He's playing a Galaxy, what appears to be a Galaxy Mitsurugi deck here. All right, let's find out. Let's see how we were able to I was able to defeat this Mitsurugi Galaxy deck here. And I start first. So we have a good hand here, guys. We have a Foolish Burial, Performapal Joker, Magician, Dark Ruler, and Crossout. We're going to mail our King Dragon, activate his effect. Our opponent ashes here. I let it go through. I want to save the Crossout here for Nibiru. I summon the Joker, add the Magician, place both of them. Then I activate the effect to add the Magician here, the Harmonizing Magician. I go for Electromite, activate the effect, and then I think I use Crossout here for the Imperm. And once I do that, my opponent gives up. So this clearly shows that he did not have Nibiru. Alright. We're gonna go for the second play here, and I was going against a really nice Ryuji deck here. So this is like a pure version Ryuji here. 40 deck, 40 power deck here. So copy it if you guys like it. If you guys recognize the card, go ahead. And yep, let's begin. So I start first, and I have a really good hand here. I have a Luck Bird, Ash, the Symphony Warriors, and Evenly Match. I go ahead, activate the effect. I dump the Evenly Match, summon here, Electromite. Activate the effect. I place the Pendulum Graph, and right when I was about to continue here, I think somewhere around here my opponent gives up for some reason. Let's find out. So now I continue, and I summon Pendulum Exceed. I activate the guitar so I can Pendulum Summon. And now I go for Promethean Princess. I activate her effect, summon the Electromite, pop her, grab the Astrograph Saucer. And here I go for Baron de Fleur. Look at this beautiful end board. Even though I got, I didn't have the perfect hand, you can see all the things that I did with just this Symphonic Warriors engine. This small package here is really good. Look at this beautiful board here, guys. I have a Promethean Princess to pop a monster on the field. Baron de Fleur for Omni Negates. Ash and Lockbird. Let's continue. My opponent, Ultimate Slayers here. Really good. He sends Baron, and he also pops the, he sends as well the Electromites. My opponent activates Ryuji Warzone here. I Ash right away. You don't want your opponent to ulticate you here. And he passes. It's my turn now. I summon. Oh no, so I go here for the Pendulums. I summon the Astrograph Saucer and the guitar as well, and then I make here a Electromite back. I pop so I can add the Astrograph Saucer. The Astrograph Saucer will summon to the field to add me the second copy of the Supreme King Dragon. Then I add to the hand the Supreme Gates. Here I will make a Access Code Talker. I pop the Ryuji War Zone, go for battle, activate the Supreme King Gates. That was a small mistake that I did there, because if I didn't draw the card that I needed next, I would have a tough time. But most likely I would have won the duel if my opponent do not draw a good card. And that's what really happened. My opponent did not draw a card needed to continue his engines. But I did in the next turn. You're gonna watch it. I made a small mistake here. I shouldn't done what I did. But there's a reason to why I did it as well. I wanted to keep the deck. I wanted the deck to fasten a little bit. And I was thinking maybe if I summon him, I place him in the Pendulum Zone, pop it, so I can speed up the deck in the following turn in case my opponent did not draw a card needed to continue his engine. I took a chance here pretty much. It was a small mistake, but at the same time, it was me thinking of speeding my deck as well. And even if I didn't draw the card needed to continue the engine, I could have bring back the King Zero to the hand with the effect of the Symphony Warrior as well. So let's continue. It's my opponent's turn here. And I also have defense with Jordan Lockber as well. He activates the second effect here of the Ultimate Slayer. He goes for Ryuji War Zone. He grabs the Havoc, he sends the other two. Then I draw in Lockbird here, and my opponent passes. Now I activate the effect so I can add the Symphony Warriors, and then I go for the Pendulum Summon. And with that I grab back again the Symphonic Guitar to the hand, added the Magician as well, and here added the second copy of the King Zero, and then I make here a Baron de Fleur. Pop the Ryujin War Zone so he doesn't continue the Ryujin engine. Summon here the Bolo Savage. Now I have two Omni Negates, and that's GG. Now, how was I able to defeat this deck even though my opponent drew the second copy of the War Zone? If we take a look, he did not have Emba in the Pendulum Zone. In order to activate the War Zone, you need Emba on the field. No, either in the Pendulum Zone or in the extra deck. And this is why he couldn't done much on that turn, and I was able to defeat him in the following turn. Alright, let's move on into the next play, guys. And I was playing here. Let's go with the short ones. Yeah, I was playing here against a really nice Trap Tricks. So if you guys like these Trap Tricks, go ahead and copy this deck. So I was playing here. I played this deck before the ban list. He was playing a Bagushka here. Now you're gonna need to remove Bagushka if you craft this deck. So let's begin the play, guys. Going second against trap checks. And I have a good hand here. I have an Ash, Iris, Saucer, Dark Ruler, and Call by the Grave. Really good hand. My opponent summons here. I Ash the trap check Sarah. That way he doesn't continue the engine. My opponent makes a second Sarah here. And he passes. It's my turn now. Here I was playing one copy of the Emergency Teleporter. I used to have as a hand trap Ghost Oak, but I removed her. I noticed that I didn't really need her because I was playing the Symphonic Engine. But you're gonna see a really cool replay that I saved while I was playing that small package here. So we're gonna continue. I activate Dark Ruler. My opponent tries to summon the what's the name? What's the name of it? I forgot the name of it. But as you can see, my opponent gave up right away here. Let's continue now with the second shortest as well. And I was going against here a really nice, let's see, Raisio Mitsurugi, guys. So if you guys enjoy like this deck, go ahead and copy it. This is a Mitsurugi Raisio deck. So if you guys recognize the cards, you can go ahead and copy it. It's a really powerful Mitsurugi Raisio deck. I kind of like it. I believe I copied this deck as well. I might try it one day and showcase it to you guys. So let's move on into the play. Going second against Mitsurugi Raisio. And I have a good hand, no hand traps. I opened up with a Guitar Warrior, 2 copies of it, 1 Performapal Joker, 1 Harmonizing Magician, and Astrograph Saucer. My opponent activates the Mitsurugi engine. He adds the Mitsurugi players. He dumps the Habakiri to activate the Habakiri's effect, so we can add the ritual, Mitsurugi ritual. And then he goes here, ritual summon. The Mitsurugi Aim No, really weird name. He activates the Serpent's effect to summon the Serpent. He activates to summon here the Mitama Mitsurugi. After that, he adds the Mitsurugi prayers. He summoned the Mikaro Mitsurugi. He goes for Granites, so he can add to the hand a Nibiru. He sets and pass. Now something really interesting is going to happen in this duel. I summon enough monsters on the field on purpose so that my opponent clears the board. I noticed something really cool and important in this match. He opened up with zero Raisio cards, which means if he Nibiru's, he won't be able to get rid of Nibiru because the Mitsurugis, they don't have pop and they cannot send monsters on the field, I believe, to the hand as well. So in this match he wasn't able to get rid of the token, and that's how I was able to defeat him. one of the reasons why they play the Raisio package with the Mitsurugi is because they want to have cards that they can pop on the field. Cards, because the Mitsurugi they can only negate and interrupt, I believe, by negating monster's effect as well. They don't have pops. They can't pop cards on the field, I believe. So yeah, this is why I was able to, how I was able to defeat it. So it's my turn now. I summon the Joker. My opponent negates it, and I discard here to continue. I didn't need the second copy of the Symphonic Warrior. My opponent draws here. This deck doesn't care about draw as much. I summon the Symphonic Warrior guitar. My opponent summons here the Mitsurugi Mikoto. He adds the ritual, a spell. Now I go for here. Heavy Metaphors, Electromites. My opponent summons here. The second Mikoto. Then I add the Joker, so I can Pendulum summon now. I summon the Saucer here. After that, I go for the Exceed the Pendulum. She will grab me back the Symphonic guitar. And here I will Pendulum summon both the Magician, and this is how my opponent Nibiru's. So I pass, but I wasn't like really worried of what's gonna happen next, because I was hoping that my opponent did not draw a he doesn't go for the Raisio engine, and he realizes that he can't, and that's why he gives up. No Raisio, so he activates the Mikoto and the Habakiri to add the Mitsurugi prayers. He adds the Murako, and somewhere around here he gives up. He noticed he can't push through that Nibiru token. He summons Habakiri, and he gives up right here. Alright guys, now let's move on into the final duel, and this is going against a really nice Blue Eyes. So if you guys like this Blue Eye, 41 cards, go ahead and copy it. It's a really powerful Blue Eyes. I like it. He's playing the Dragon Master Magia version here, and if you're not careful, if your opponent summons this guy, it's game over. So let's play the replay. And I have a really good hand here, going second. One Maxi, the King Dragon, Supreme King Dragon, one Supreme King Game Magician, Dark Ruler, and Pendulum Graph, the Star Pendulum Graph. My opponent starts first. He adds the wishes to the hand. He activates the effect of Wishes of Ice. And he starts the Blue Eyes engine. He grabs, forgot the name of that card, but he goes for a Link Blue Eyes here. Superior Eyes with blue. Activates the effect. I max C here. Thank God he did not have an answer for it. Summons the Blue Eyes. I ash here. I believe I ashed the, if I can recall well, Yeah, I ash here the roar of the blue eyes. And then he goes for here the blue eye spirit dragon. It's my turn. My opponent activates here Max C, and I still went through with Call by the Grave. I wanted to get rid of his blue eye spirit dragon, even though I have Dark Ruler. I took the chance of maybe he might not negate it, negate the Call by the Grave with the blue eyes, but he was smart here. He thought about it. He said, okay, I'm still gonna negate it because I want to draw cards. So yes, I took the chance, and he also took the chance to negate the Call by. But I'm gonna take the challenge. So I use Dark Ruler here. Negate the effect of the spirit. Activate the Pendulum Graph. Activate the Supreme King. And with that, I will grab the Magician. Harmonize the Magician. I summon here the Performapal Joker. Summon the Supreme King Gate. Added the Supreme King Dragon. Then I Pendulum Summon here. Activated the effect of the Harmonizing Magician and the Darkwurm. Added the second copy of the Supreme King. I summon here the what's the name? I'm not using this card anymore, so if you guys want to play her, it's fine. She can pop a card on the field, and also, but you don't need her as much. I remove her. You saw the deck profile. You don't really need her, but she's good. She can pop cards on the field as well. But let's continue here. Summon the Astrograph Saucer. Added the second copy of the Supreme King Dragon. Like I stated earlier in the duel, I was playing a 1 copy of Emergency Teleporter and Ghost Ogre, so I can go for a quick Baron the Floor summon. But I realized that I didn't really need her, and I remove her from the deck profile. But we're gonna continue here. We're gonna see a really cool play that you can make. So even with the Symphonic engine, you can still make this type of boards. So you don't need to worry about having the Emergency Teleporter and Ghost Org. So I activate the Emergency Teleporter. I summon the Ghost Org. And then I go for Baron the Floor here. And then here I go for the Pitch Knight. Summon the Vortex Dragon. And here I summon Bolo Savage. Grab the Metaphors. Pop the Blue Eyes Dragon. He summons the Spirit Dragon back. I negate the effect of the what's the name of the trap? True Lights, and pop it. And my opponent's turn. I think it's my opponent's turn now. Then he summons here Superstar Slayer. And then he goes for I pop it here. He sets 3 and pass. Not a good hand. I summon Joker. My opponent ashes here. I let it go. That's fine. Now here I make Promethean Princess. Activate her effect. Summon the warrior back. I pop I try to pop the Promethean Princess here. My opponent activates the whites. Trap card to pop cards on the field. I negate the effect of both the trap and the imperm. Our opponent tries to fool me into thinking that I should negate with Baron de Fleur the Call by the Grave, and I didn't. I let it go through. It's fine. Go ahead, banish my Electromite. Oh no, he goes for a different card. I thought he would go for the let me see. Oh no, I don't have Electromite in the graveyard, so he did that intentionally to see if he can fool me so I can use the Baron de Fleur's effect. But after all that, he realizes he can't win, so GG's. Alright guys. Alright guys, so this is my Supreme King deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you stay this long, and yep, this is the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoy. Please leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, let me know if we can make this deck more powerful. Stay tuned for more deck profiles and news, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.